Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Yo, welcome to Habari Wednesday. Let's get it going, man, with the news and updates from the streets to the headlines, from culture to politics. This is Habari Live Wednesday, your independent voice, your unapologetic news. Tonight, we dig into the stories others won't touch. We're going straight into it, man. What's up, Iesha?
What's up? What's going on with you? How's your day?
The lovely Iesha's in the house, and I am Damon, the Ellison. And like I said, we're gonna do talk about the news and just go about the things that we've seen so far this week. And let's get straight to it. What's the top news you have?
Oh man, a whole lot, right? It's been a busy last couple days since we were last live. First, a jury in Illinois has found former Deputy Sean Grayson guilty of second-degree murder for the fatal shooting of Sonia Massey in her home.
Well, that's at least good, man. It's a horrible case, horrible situation. You know, this is why a lot of people don't trust the police. Coming to the lady house and shoot her down.
Right. The jury said they couldn't convict him of first-degree murder, so they opted for the lesser charge of second-degree murder. And he does face up to 20 years in prison, or they could just potentially give him probation, and that's according to the AP.
Yeah, man. I think they said it was like 5 to 20 years that he's facing. I think first degree is premeditated, so they couldn't prove that he was going to do that before he went in there. So that's probably was tough to prove, but regardless of what, man, we're just happy that justice was served. And you know, a lot of time in the past, these officers were getting off the hook with things like this and not getting any jail time. I'm just happy that you know, one president put in that these cameras have to be a new thing that all police officers have to have. And to get that implemented was a big deal, man. And these cameras have paid off. And there's been a lot of, you know, officers who've tried to fight against this, and a lot of precincts that didn't want to put them in. We still have some that don't. I think ICE, they're not wearing them, even though I think they should be. I think the Chicago judge was saying that they need to be wearing them. But it's a lot of good things to come out of these videos and the truth, instead of us listening to these officers and their stories in situations like this, and we never get the other side. But her side was told it was a terrible situation, man, and it's just horrible, dude. But luckily, justice was served.
Yeah, I definitely 100% agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Next up, the GOP is now claiming that the presidential pardons are void due to the use of auto pen in former Joe Biden's pardons.
Dumb shit. The Republicans, man, I just don't. They never stop the dumb shit. Like, this is dumb. Like, it's really dumb. I mean, we all saw the video of Trump being led around in Japan. Dude going to the corner, standing in place, don't know what the hell he's doing. He had to be dragged around like an old grandpa at a funeral home, at the nursing home. My bad. And and then now they want to talk about Joe Biden's mental state when this dude is just, we see all the time. He's speaking, saying things that just make zero sense.
Right.
We see that his ankles, his cankles are just dropping out the bottom of his shoes. I mean, this dude can barely walk. He got pain on his hands from trying to hide the
The
vein issues
bruising.
is that he have with the bruising and things. But they want to talk about Biden's auto pen. And also Trump uses the auto pen too.
But he says it's for only
Not important.
non-important
Get the
things.
hell out of here. We saw you on camera, bro. You asked the question. You asked the question. You said, how, what is this for? Or what's this bill? Or what's this I'm signing? Oh, I don't even know what it does, but I'm signing. I mean, we saw you, bro. You really want to act like you? I mean, we saw it. You didn't know what you were signing. Like, I mean, you want to act like you know everything. Like, man, dude, it was auto pens used in probably all type situations around the world. Who's gonna sign 2,000 different, 300 different? Who's gonna do that?
Right.
I mean, who's gonna sign 300 different documents? It's so stupid, man. But this is taxpayer dollars just being flushed down the toilet because Republicans feel like doing some dumb stuff like they always do. This
Of
is
course.
dumb and it's gonna go nowhere. And like I said, just more taxpayer dollars flushed down the toilet, man.
Of course it is.
Ridiculous.
Next, we're going to go ahead and move into Texas, where Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit against the major makers of Tylenol, or acetaminophen, accusing them of deceptive marketing the drug to pregnant women, despite studies linking early exposure to autism.
Man. Man, dog. Like I said, here go the Republicans, man, playing games again. Playing games, man. Why? We don't the only proof is Kennedy and Trump saying so.
Right.
That's your proof? Because there hasn't been many studies. I think they said it was a Harvard study, and the Harvard study wasn't even real or whatever the situation was with that Harvard study. They were talking about another study, and they had not done all of the studying themselves. So I'm not sure, man, what these people are talking about, man. You would think that they would do some studies themselves before putting in laws or trying to sue someone for something that they have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Exactly.
I mean, this is ridiculous, man. And I mean, like I said at first, I was surprised that Tylenol didn't sue him immediately when he said it the first time. But I'm guessing they're afraid of him, so they didn't go after him. But now, I mean, you really have no choice.
Right.
These are the people that put you in this situation. Now you're getting sued because some stuff that they just said off the cuff. Because at first they were blaming vaccines.
That part.
And then 2 weeks later, they're like, it's Tylenol. What? Use all the what? Your whole thing that you was running off of was blaming the vaccines for everything. All of a sudden, it's not the vaccines. Like, what happened? Speaking truths actually makes it more apparent. Truth's been dumbed down by man. Shut up. Only thing I just don't understand, man, why people are doing things to I mean, this is Texas tax dollars that this guy is going to use to try
For
to
sure.
sue them and waste. It's just wasting money, man. They have no proof that this is going on. There's no truth. No proof has been handed down. No, they have not been able to come up with any proof that this is happening with Tylenol.
None.
But they're gonna just keep saying it because they can, and I think it's pretty ridiculous. And like I said, I hope that they get sued because it doesn't make any other sense.
I agree.
Tylenol says their product isn't recommended. I have not seen that, bro. Not one time. That I've never seen Tylenol come out and say that. They have not come out and say that. I mean, that's crazy for you to say when it's not true, but whatever.
Exactly.
What are they warning from pregnant women? What are they warning? I mean, you really gonna keep going with this? Could you look up this?
Sure.
Why didn't this come up before Trump them start saying it? I mean, if this was a big problem before, why wasn't it said before then? And then all of y'all are on the bandwagon before y'all were saying it's the vaccines. All of you. For real, you just go with whatever this dude says, man. It's insane. It's on the box when you buy it. It's on the box that it gives you autism. That's on the box. Okay, bro. Okay. I don't think so. And it's ridiculous that what you having a problem?
No, I'm not, because it's not. They lying. I'm looking at pictures of the bottle right now, and I don't see this so-called warning label of "do not take if pregnant" on the bottle at all.
Mm.
Like there's nowhere in there that says "do not take if pregnant."
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what they're talking about, but you know what I'm saying. These people believe whatever Trump says, so I don't get it. I'm trying my best to figure it out.
I was too.
But you know, to me, you have to have more than just somebody who said that he's not a doctor, and to not take his recommendations because he's not a doctor. And he is the person that is coming out giving this recommendation when we all know that neither him or Trump, was it RFK or Trump, has any idea what the fuck they're talking about. And you know, their followers are going to go down a rabbit hole with them because that's just what they do. They're going to follow. They're never going to lead. They're just going to follow whatever they say. Not going to think for themselves. Just follow what they say and then call everybody else names. But whatever.
Yeah, there's no warning label as such on the bottle for Tylenol at all.
I didn't think so. But what you got next?
Moving on, Amazon this week laid off 14,000 corporate jobs. They cut 14,000 jobs this week.
It's a bad trend that's going on right now. We're losing a lot of jobs. You know, it's part of the Trump administration. He lost jobs his first time. These tariffs and putting in tariffs and setting in fear, doing everything he can to hurt free trade, is definitely not something that helps the economy.
Right.
Making it so that people don't want to come here, people don't want to visit here. That is another thing that hurts, as tourism is killed while Trump is in office, because he makes it that people do not even want to come here, and especially now, we got ICE revoking people's visas, kicking people out the country, doing everything they can to meet these numbers and quotas that they want to meet. Even if they have to go to preschools and high schools, tackle little women, they don't care what they have to do. They're meeting these quotas, and it's disgusting right now. But this is what's going on, and people don't want to come here right now. So we're having a hard time when it comes to all type tourism across the board, from Las Vegas to any from the airports, anything that has to do with terrorism. I mean, tourism is just being killed, and you know the Trumpers love it. You know, they don't really care about other people. They just want everyone out of here. But removing of people, it's hurting. All these people that they're removing, they spent money, they bought things, they added to the economy. So believe it or not, when you're throwing people out and making people scared, these things hurt the economy. Um, yeah, you could think it's a good thing because you hate people. That's fine. But hey, um, we all know that these people they bring a lot to the economy. They pay a lot of taxes. But we're going to repay them with a throw them in a paddy wagon and get them out of here.
Right.
So that's the type of stuff we're dealing with nowadays. But
I mean,
it's
it's crazy. But Amazon is saying that they're cutting at least 4% of their corporate workforce in order to focus on implementation of more AI. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I was going to get to the AI part, but AI is it's a good and a bad thing. And I hope this doesn't go too far, because if AI takes everyone's job, I don't understand how a place like Amazon think that a place that's a store that people buy products from. If everyone doesn't have a job, who's going to buy your products?
Right.
I mean, I look at things. The economy is built off people working, and if robots are doing all the jobs, robots don't buy anything.
Nope.
Robots don't buy clothes. Robots they don't need perishables. These things. I don't understand what they think is going to happen. It's going to be a problem. So I don't know, man. The future is in the hands of a few people who have the money to be able to implement these AIs across their. I mean, a lot of companies are doing so, but only a few people are able to build these systems that's built off AI. The service space and everything that you have to be able to get this done is definitely tough, and it takes a lot of money. So I don't know, man. The future is looking bleak when it comes to a lot of these jobs. Um, we saw them talking about robots today that are $20,000 that they think will be able to replace workers, putting boxes in places, delivering things, helping people around the house. They saying these things will be normal and it will be replaced. And like you said, the robots, for one hand, it used to be $20,000. Now, $20,000 for a whole machine. And it's tough, man. It's going to be tough. But hopefully, um, they don't turn this into a situation, man, where no one has a job. I'm not sure what type future that's going to be for everyone if we're replaced by robots. Um, like I say, man, AI is going to take a lot of jobs. We see it, 14,000 from Amazon, and that's just the beginning. A lot of different companies are going to be implemented. A lot of HRs are going to be replaced by just AI. It's going to be a lot of crap, man. But hopefully these companies see things differently, because, man, if we go down this rabbit hole, I don't know how we're going to get. How's the economy last if people aren't working? So I'm not sure.
I don't know
a tough
either.
situation.
It really is, considering that, Amazon wasn't the only one that announced that it had major layoffs this year. UPS, or the United Postal Services, announced that they have cut roughly 48,000 jobs this year alone, with 34,000 of them being operational roles and 14,000 of them being managerial roles.
I don't know, man. I know the UPS has been getting hit by Amazon and some of the competition. So I'm not sure why UPS is having all these problems, but this is an issue they've been having. I'm guessing you want to blame it on, like I said, competition and other people taking delivery, other delivery methods. I don't know, man. It's a tough situation, man. Like I said, a lot of jobs are being lost right now. The economy is not looking good. Wall Street is doing well. AI is killing. They don't. They're still in argument if it's a bubble or not, or if it's is this real what AI is worth, or is it just something that's being materialized and not really worth what people are making it out to be worth right now.
Right.
We saw that what's the name? Nvidia hit 5 trillion.
Right.
5 trillion. So this is how much they have into AI, and they have invested into AI right now. But when it comes to jobs, we're seeing people being laid off a lot. And I think they said we've lost 1 million jobs already this year.
Right.
This is not good, man. I know all you Trumpers are saying he's doing a great job, but we are losing a lot of jobs. And every month we see horrible job numbers in the negative. This is not good. So I don't know. Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Snap Group all reorganized and lost 10% of its jobs. Snap may sink their entire. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's not looking good, man. And a lot of people are struggling, and a lot of, the Trump voters are clapping and saying yay. But, they told us that we were going to see a lot more jobs because they're going to get rid of the illegal aliens.
Right.
But for some reason, it seems those two things do not correlate
At all.
We're not seeing additional jobs because these people are being kicked out of the country.
Right.
We are seeing low-level jobs that most people do not want to work. And we're still seeing high unemployment. So I don't know. It doesn't look like your idea of kicking out everybody is working for the economy like you thought it was. And your ideal of black jobs was just garbage. It was not real.
Right.
So it's bad, but we're losing too many jobs, man.
I know.
I just hope that it's something this we can't take 4 years of this, man.
I know. UPS said that they're closing at least 93 of their leased or owned buildings, and they're reducing its business volume with Amazon by 50% by 2026.
Not good, man. Not good. Not good. More jobs being lost. So yeah, man. I don't know.
That's it.
All right, man. So we're gonna go into a couple stories. Hope we got enough time here. The first ones I want to do the GOP's selective history, restoring the Confederacy, something they've been doing a lot of these last couple of weeks, as they put up another Confederate statue that had been taken down. The GOP's mission is to restore the good old days of what they wanted. The Confederacy was riding high, and they want to bring those days back. So the first one, I think it was Pike that they put back up. They've been naming all of the military bases. They've been renaming them after the Confederate soldiers that they were taking down long time ago. They've been putting the names back up. They want to bring the Confederacy back. They say that is their heritage, and they want to make sure that we never forget that the Confederates traded and wanted slavery for everyone. So I mean, it's insane because these are the same people that are fighting to get slavery out of the schools. I mean, it's like you want the Confederacy statues, but you don't want slavery to be taught in the schools. I don't understand. How can you have one without the other? I mean, that's crazy. But this is what we're dealing with, man. We're going to take a hard look at how America remembers and sometimes tries to rewrite its history. The Republican Party loves to remind everyone that Democrats created the KKK. But right now, in 2025, in the modern GOP, they are actively working to restore Confederate statues. rename military bases, and glorify men who literally fought to preserve slavery. Joining me as always is Iesha. Rowan, let's go ahead and get what you have.
Hey, what's up? This story really says a lot about what kind our history leaders chose to honor and who they choose to erase.
Yeah,
What you got?
man. I mean, I don't get it, but this is who they want to honor. They want to erase slavery. They don't want to talk about those things. They say critical race theory is hard, and they don't want to talk about those things. So this is the history that they don't want to talk about. But they want statues put up of these things for you can see these guys as heroes. So most Confederate monuments weren't built right after the Civil War. They came some decades later during the Jim Crow. And again, during the civil rights movement, they were popping up again. It's like they wanted to make sure that we remembered that what we once were, by putting up these statues everywhere. They put them up here. They put them up during the civil rights movement, and now is another time that they feel really emboldened right now. They've gotten rid of affirmative action. They're trying to get rid of the Voting Rights Act. So this is another time that they feel is emboldened to put their statues up. They've been fighting to get a Charlie Kirk statue in Phoenix and other places around the nation, as they feel as though this is a time for the conservatives of the South to rise up again. This is their time. So it's all good. We've seen what they did during the civil rights movement, and moments where Black Americans were gaining ground. Every time we take a step forward, we always have to take 2 steps back. That's the American way.
That's real.
We had a Black president. So next thing we know, we're in the civil rights of our life, as the racism has brought in Trump, and this is their leader. The white nationalists, Christian nationalists feel emboldened. They're marching through the streets. They're doing what they want to. They're in my comment section saying all type racist, crazy stuff, because that's what they're about right now. And they feel emboldened. They got their leader in the White House, and they're just doing what they want to do right now. But these statues, they called it heritage, but they weren't about heritage, man.
No, they weren't.
They're about intimidation, reminders of who still holds the power.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's really about.
Exactly. The Lost Cause myth was designed to rewrite war's history, saying that it was about states' rights and not slavery. And these monuments were the propaganda arm for that myth that they perpetrated. Even General Robert E. Lee himself opposed building them. He said that it would keep open the sores of war. But somehow, a century and a half later, politicians still can't let it go.
Nah, man, they can't let it go. They love using this as a way to show Black people in America that we're always going to be second-rate citizens, and what we say and what we think means nothing. No matter how many statues get torn down, they're going to put up 2. They don't care what we think. They don't care what we say. They don't believe in what we believe in. And it's being proven by the person that they've put in charge as their leader. And he's doing what they want them to do. Get rid of all brown people. Make sure the Black people know that we don't give a fuck about what they say. So the Albert Pike statue brought back from the dead, man. They brought him back. Case in point, Washington, D.C., October 2025, the National Park Service, under orders from Mr. Trump himself, reinstalled the bronze statue of Confederate General Albert Pike. The same statue protesters tore down back in 2020, and we saw all of the right wing cry their eyes out because the statue was taken down. Now they get to applaud and be happy because their statue is back. They were really hurt. Their heritage was being torn down. The things that they really believed in as the Republican Party. was being torn down, and they really didn't like that. You know, the main thing that they are about is making sure that racism lives on forever,
Right.
and they want to make sure to keep statues of the most racist people throughout our history.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's part of the history. So but the problem with these people is that they don't want to talk about anything from the black side of you when it comes to history.
Right.
They want, take slavery out of schools. We don't want our children learning that. We don't want that. So you don't want your kids learning that, but you want to walk by a Confederate statue and look, oh, he's a great man. Look at him. He fought to keep people as slaves. Like, that's what you're telling your children? Like, I don't know what y'all telling them, man, but I know it's some lies. But this wasn't just a quiet local decision. It was a federal directive, part of the Trump's Restore Pre-Existing Statues order issued earlier this year.
Mm-hmm. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton of D.C. called it an affront to the mostly black and brown residents of the district. And she's absolutely right. Pike wasn't just a Confederate general. He was a vocal defender of white supremacy. Re-erecting a statue in 2025 sends a message about which version of America the government actually wants to honor under this administration.
While he tells black museums to take down their history, he's protecting the Confederates. While he's telling everyone else what not to remember when it comes to black people and the black struggles,
Mhm.
they're propping up white Confederate statues. Now they in here talking about, oh, you whining, you crying. I'm not whining or crying. I'm not surprised at all. This is what y'all are. This is what y'all are. Y'all are the ones that always try to fight against it and act like you're not racist. Y'all the ones that try to fight against it and act like you're not the white supremacists that you are. You're the ones that try to fight and act like you're not the Confederacy. We already know. Now y'all feel a little emboldened to take your hoods off, to take your cloaks out of the closet. That's fine. That's fine.
Proud to
We're not
publicly wear them.
surprised. We're not surprised at all. Hey, Mr. Ghostface, we're talking about you all putting up Confederate statues. Let's live in this century. Let's live in this century, Mr. Dumb. You people always want to live in 18 something. While you're putting up Confederate statues and your president is backing Confederate statues, y'all want to keep on talking about the Democrats used to be the KKK. It's so dumb. You today
They
are
love
the
to live in the
ones
past.
that are putting up the statues. You are. Your people. They're the ones that putting them up. What is you fighting for? Why keep bringing up what we used to be when you are the ones that's putting them up now? I don't understand it. You love the Confederacy right now today. Why are you trying your best to try to act like you're not? Be what you are, man. You're always calling everybody else snowflakes and how weak everybody else is, but the weakness is you won't be who you really want to be. Y'all want to hide and act like you're not racist. Be what you want. Be what you want to be. Stop hiding behind fake bots, fake profiles. Say it. Come out and say what you want to say. We understand, man. We get it. Just say it. Trump is saying it pretty loud. He's letting us know how he feels. And that's what's so wild, man. Republicans constantly yell that the Democrats were the party of the Klan. But now they're the ones literally rebuilding shrines to Confederate generals. You can't claim to fight racism while putting up Confederate heroes back on pedestals. You can't say that all the Democrats are the KKK while putting up Confederate flags and Confederate statues.
Exactly.
What do you? I would think that would be common sense, but they love to talk about it. You know. Let's look at another example, man. 2024, nearly 90% of House Republicans voted for a measure to restore the Confederate monument memorial at Arlington National Cemetery.
Sure did.
Every single Democrat voted against it. Every Democrat voted against having the Confederates back in the monument. Republicans push to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't keep on hiding, acting like you're not racist. But when every racist bill comes up, the Republicans vote for it. They are pro-racism and always have been. Well, I mean, since about 1950, 50, 60, 60 of since the signing of the Civil Rights Bill that Republicans hate today. The measure failed. Good. But the intent was clear. Republicans are pro-Confederacy.
Yep. And the polls show where the public stands. In 2024, Public Religion Research Institute survey found that 81% of Republicans support keeping Confederate symbols, compared to just 30% of Democrats. While most Americans overall, across race and age, said that they want the monuments either contextualized or removed.
Mm-hmm.
So the GOP isn't following the public's will, what the public asked for.
Mm-hmm.
It's chasing cultural war points
Right.
at this point.
Yeah, man, this isn't about preservation. It's about political performance. Turning Confederate nostalgia into loyalty tests, and it's ironic considering their favorite talking point about Democrats' racist past that they love to bring up. Oh, the Democrats were the KKK. But you know what? Hey, put that Confederate statue up though, dog. Like, I mean, why you like put that statue up over there? But the Democrats. So let's break it down. What this moment represents is symbolic power. Monuments aren't neutral. They tell us who this country celebrates. This restorations takes taxpayer money, my dollars too, and it builds on statues of people that fucking hated me, my dollars. And you motherfuckers would be so pissed off if one of your dollars went to reparations. But our dollars go to racist shit and have been going for racist shit for decades and decades. Shit that they want against me. And my dollars got to go to that shit. Nobody ever thinks when it comes up to reparations, oh, I didn't do anything. I didn't. Well, I'm
My
not.
tax dollars aren't going to reparations.
Exactly. And I'm like, I'm not with racist. I'm not with Confederate statues.
But my tax dollars still got to go to it.
My dollars got to go to that bullshit. My dollars got to go to that shit. I pay just like you motherfuckers pay. I worked every day like you motherfuckers work. No difference. I got to pay for this motherfucker to put up statues of people who don't like me.
Right.
Like, wow, this is craziness. These restorations, the taxpayer money, federal orders, and congressional votes. That's all it's about. When you restore statues from the Jim Crow era, you're not healing wounds, you're reopening them. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. And it's happening while many of these same leaders try to ban books about slavery. They're limiting what schools can teach about racism. And they're attacking diversity programs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it's all part of the bigger movement. Control the story of America.
It's them trying to revise history. The goal isn't to teach history, it's to reshape it. To make oppression sound like pride. If you call yourself the party of Lincoln while rebuilding statue of men who killed Lincoln, they murdered Lincoln, took Lincoln out. Y'all calling yourself the party of fucking Lincoln while building statues of the dude who shot him. These are the type people the Republicans are. Fake, not real, not genuine. Call yourself the party of Lincoln and you don't believe in nothing that Lincoln stood for. You would be against him if he was here today. Period. You might want to check your fucking reflection, because y'all act like y'all don't know what y'all putting off, but we see what's in the mirror. We see what y'all putting off. We see your glow. Try to act like you would be with Lincoln. It's embarrassing that y'all even call yourself that. You're not the party of Lincoln. You're the party of Confederacy, the party of racism, hate. That's what you are today. You wasn't always that. You had a little bit of it, but your party had the guts to kick those fringe people out. Today, they live for them. They live for them. They are them. They are the people that say Jews were not real. They are them. They're with them. So let's recap. Confederate monuments were originally built to glorify white supremacy, and they're doing the same thing today. In 2025, Republican leaders from Congress to the White House are bringing them back. And that the same party accusing Democrats of the KKK is the one celebrating Confederate statues, generals, soldiers, and all.
That's the contradiction at the heart of the modern conservatism. Weaponizing history when it's convenient and erasing it when it's not. The question is, what kind of country do we want our monuments to actually reflect?
We want to hear from you, man. Our viewers should Confederate monuments be restored, relocated to museums, or removed completely? Let us know, man. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, X. No, we ain't on X no more. We on there, but I don't be on there. I don't mess with them people. But yeah, hit us up, man, and we'll get back with you on what we think on that situation. So we saw a lot of people talking about food stamps and SNAP. You know, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. I have saw a lot of videos of a lot of Republicans really, really happy that people are losing their SNAP benefits. And it's really disgusting. You know, I wouldn't take aid. I got pride. I wouldn't take it. I feel as though, so I can work. I can get my shit done. I don't need that. But we all know that there's people who can't work. There's people who don't have the same mentality that some people have. And I just, I feel sorry for some people, man. I have a heart. I care. I don't understand these people that don't care, man, and don't care about people who are struggling. This is a crazy time, man. And in other government shutdowns, we've seen these before. SNAP benefits was not withheld. Go look back through history, man. The last time Donald Trump did this with the 35 days, they didn't withhold SNAP benefits. But this is a playbook that Trump is going off of to try to hurt Democrats, is what he thinks. He thinks that only Democrats have SNAP benefits. So Trump SNAP shut down in the politics of trying to starve people for political points.
Right.
And then the crazy part is what they're trying to do is take away the little bit of health care that people do have. People have a little bit of health care because of the ACA. And believe it or not, there's more Republicans on ACA than anything. And they and people like this. They like being able to get some health care, and the Republicans are trying to take it away. Democrats are doing what they can to try to get this changed. It's hurting a lot of people, man. But what do we have to do? They tried to they passed a bill that didn't have one Democratic vote. I don't care what you say or how long you've been in politics, but if you've been paying attention for some years, and I've been paying attention for years, and if you see, it's always about working with the other side, going across the aisles and making sure that you have some Democrats that work with you and can get things done. It's always been about because you have to get things done with the other people on the other side.
You just have to.
You have to. There's so many things that cannot get passed without a full, you have to have a lot of a big, huge lead in the Senate to be able to pass some of the bills that needs to have a majority passing, like 60 votes. So you when it's something like that, you know you're going to need 60 votes, and you know that this shutdown is coming. You should be already working with Democrats to figure out which ones you're going to get this vote done. The president, he goes and meets with the Democrats and talk to the people who he thinks is going to be able to be with them. They give them concessions. They give them a couple things that they want for they can vote the way that they need them to vote. The president is supposed to be a person that works with everyone and be able to bring these people together and get things done. That's how it works. You don't get things done by just saying, oh, we're just going to be Republicans and Republicans going to pass this bill. We don't need the Democrats. That's not how this government works, man. It wasn't supposed to be built as our party against that party. This stuff started against when Obama came in, and it's been that way ever since. But that's not the way it used to be, man. So, I mean, I don't know what to say about some of these things that's going on, man, but this is the way it's going. But go ahead, though.
You're right. Tonight, we're going to go ahead and dive into the story that's rocking Washington and hitting kitchen tables across America. The 42 million Americans who are about to lose their SNAP benefits beginning on Saturday. And the Democrats say that this isn't just neglect. It's a deliberate move by the Republicans. And they're calling it weaponizing hunger.
Yeah, that's what's going on, man. We have politicians playing games. The leader, Mr. Trump, who is not bringing the groups together, which he was supposed to do. He's supposed to bring these people together. Here's where we stand, man. The federal government shutdown is still dragging on. The clock is ticking toward November 1st. That's the day when the SNAP and Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program runs out of funds. So far, 22 states have sued the government as the Saturday deadline creeps on us fast.
And according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, benefits will not be distributed next month because of the shutdown. So that means that 42 million Americans, families, seniors, veterans, everyone who depends on SNAP to eat, including those here in Arizona, where Katie Hobbs authorized $1.8 billion, $8 million. The governor to deploy the federal ARPA dollars to shore up food assistance for federal government that's being withheld, the contingency SNAP funds.
That's definitely good for people here in Arizona. I think that will be going to the food banks to try to help to make sure that these people are fed. So I'm happy Katie Hobbs is doing that to get that done. But other Americans are still bracing for empty dinner tables, man. Kids are not going to get food because this is going on. Now I know Republicans, get a job, get a job, get a job. Like most of the people that are on aid, unfortunately, are working. Places like Walmart will not pay a wage where people can get off of these things. You know, you are the same people. The people who hate SNAP benefits also hate when raises or wages go up higher. They hate it. They don't want wages to go higher. They also don't want people on aid. Like, which one do you fucking want, you fucking idiots? Do you not understand that if people can't make enough money to pay for things, then they're going to be on aid? If your job can't pay you what you need to fucking pay for shit, then you're going to get on aid to pay for the things that you can't. If you want aid to fucking end, then you should be for wages going up, right? No, they're not.
Right.
Like, what the fuck, man? What do you want? Products are going up every day. Do you think a product's going to go down? The price of products go up every day. We see inflation. Everybody see it. Prices at Walmart are going up. Prices are going up. Walmart is one of the worst, as everybody with aid goes to Walmart and buy their products. But these motherfuckers don't want to pay anybody a fucking living wage. Some people can't afford college. Every college. I don't know of many free colleges right now. I don't know what you're talking about, bro, dog. But this administration's appears focused elsewhere as they give Argentina $20 billion, as they redesigning the White House and building a $300 million ballroom, all while pushing out AI-generated propaganda videos on social media.
Yep.
It's trash, is what this is.
Yep.
While people are starving, he's building a ballroom for he can dance on Americans' heads while their stomach is fucking hungry.
Exactly. But the allegations of weaponizing hunger, Democrats are being furious that Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer told reporters this week, Trump is weaponizing hunger. He's turning millions of children, seniors, and veterans into political pawns. He went on to say that these people will lose their benefits not because the money is gone and not because it's illegal, but because Donald Trump ordered it to be stopped.
That's right. Lawmakers say this isn't a case of can't, it's a case of won't. Like I said, if you think back over past shutdowns, I don't ever remember SNAP benefits being stopped.
No.
They usually bankroll this and push this out. This isn't something he's doing this on purpose because like I said, he thinks it's going to hurt Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
It's a case of won't, like you said. The USDA has $6 billion in contingency funds, and they can use those dollars to keep these programs running. But Trump is saying, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
You heard that. The USDA has $6 billion in contingency funds. It could use those funds to fucking feed people, but it's choosing not to because it wants to stop you from being able to get health care. And that's what this fight is about. This dude here is a piece of shit, man. It even used similar emergency funds back in 2019. They did this in 2019 to keep SNAP open during Trump's first shutdown.
Yep, absolutely.
He did it before, and he won't do it now because he thinks that, oh, I'm going to use this. I don't care about my comments. Get out of here. I don't care about what they saying. Y'all supposed to, so leave, Christopher. Shit, you think I give a fuck about what you talking about? Get the fuck up out of here. If I made my decisions by my fucking comments, we wouldn't even be online. Trumpers, that's all they do is fucking troll. Who cares? I don't care about them and all their comments. I have my own brain. Man, whatever. But like I said, in 2019, this dude rolled it out. He made sure he used these funds to make sure that the SNAP benefits didn't stop the first time.
Right.
But this time he wants to play hardball.
Yep. So what's changed? Democrats allege that the administration is purposely withholding the funds to force their hand in the shutdown negotiations, essentially starving millions of Americans just to get political leverage.
In fact, 25 states and the District of Columbia have now filed a lawsuit against the USDA, arguing the department is illegally withholding money that Congress already appropriated. These are the things we're going through.
Yep. That lawsuit points out that this is the first time in the 60-year history of the SNAP program that benefits have been frozen, despite emergency reserves being available.
We have the money, but the president does not want to give the money up. The president has decided that he's going to use this situation as a time to make people suffer. Because he's trying his best to push through and kill the ACA. So what is this? What does the White House say? The Office of Management and Budget told Axios that those contingency funds are not available right now. They're lying piece of shits. The regular benefits because the appropriation no longer exists. Yeah, right.
They claim that those funds are only meant for disasters like hurricanes, but not for political shutdowns. The spokesperson even cited Hurricane Melissa, currently swirling near Florida, as the reason why these funds have been kept in reserve.
We all know that's bull.
We saw what happened with Helene.
He don't even give the funds out. He doesn't even give them the funds out, man. This dude has been keeping the money, the funds for FEMA. He doesn't help anyone.
We saw Vermont, what he did in St. Louis.
St. Louis, he haven't did anything. Vermont, he hasn't done anything. He's not helping anybody. So him talking about, oh, we're going to keep this money to help people. He's not helping anyone. He's telling the states you're on your own. Good luck. But critics say that argument doesn't hold water because it fucking doesn't.
Nope.
Congresswoman Angie Craig, ranking member of the House Agriculture Committee, said point blank, refusing to use the appropriated funds is against the fucking law.
Yep.
But hey, that's all good, man.
And Representative Salud Carbajal from California summed it up perfectly. When it suits them, they have all the funds in the world. But when it doesn't, of course, there is nothing available.
Yeah, man, they have money to send to Argentina. They got money. Argentina's hurting. Trump really cares about them and their well-being. So he's going to send money to Argentina to make sure that they're good. But I don't have any money. I don't have nothing when it comes to SNAP benefits. I don't have that. Sorry. So beyond the politics, the human toll is staggering, man. When SNAP stops, it's just 42 million Americans losing their aid. It's also an economic hit. All these stores and places that these people go and buy money and spend things, all these places are going to take a hit. They keep taking that hit. They're going to fire people. People are going to lose their jobs. Now, everybody thinks, oh, we're crying. No, we just care about people. Something the Republican Party, for some reason, don't care about anybody or anything. But all the years, for 4 years, they cried and cried and cried about Joe Biden and everything and the price of eggs and how they cried and how they cried and let's go Brandon bumper stickered and posted 24/7.
But the minute you criticize Trump, you owe me money now.
You a hater, you're this, you're that, and oh my goodness. But every SNAP dollar generates about $1.50 in local economic activity.
Yep.
This money pays for other people to be able to pay their rent.
It does. And the food banks across the country are bracing for the fallout. Some are already reporting double-digit spikes in demand as people prepare for benefits to disappear this Saturday.
Yeah, man. It's not just about food, though, man. The same shutdown is threatening WIC and home energy assistance, the program that keep kids fed and homes heated as winter approaches.
Mm-hmm. All of this while the administration continues to pour money into projects that have nothing to do with helping struggling families, like the ballroom. It's a brutal contrast. Food insecurities for millions versus opulence at the top.
Yeah, man, it's worth remembering that during Trump's first term, his administration used contingency funds to keep SNAP going through a shutdown, a 35-day shutdown, longer than what we're going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't a shift. It isn't about legality. This is all playing politics on Trump's part.
Exactly. And the Democrats are arguing that this is about creating pain to gain a leverage, a manufactured crisis, as Gina Plata Nino from the Food Research and Action Center said, When the administration has the tools to stop this man-made disaster, it should do so.
Yeah, but instead, the decisions feels intentional. It's governance through cruelty, turning hunger into negotiation tactics. And that's exactly what the Trump administration is doing. People will suffer because they feel like playing games and not negotiating with the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So let's be real. This isn't about physical responsibility or budget efficiency. It's about topics, optics, and control. Millions of working class Americans are being used as pawns in a high stakes standoff that really and truly could have been avoided.
Yeah, man, it's political theater at the expense of human lives. People are hungry, food banks are overwhelmed, children are crying at dinner tables while those in power debate optics. That's not leadership. That's a moral fucking failure.
Yep. And for those of you that's watching at home, if you rely on SNAP benefits, reach out to your local community resources now. Your food banks, your churches, your mutual aid groups. They're already mobilizing to fill the gap that Washington, D.C. has created for millions of Americans.
No, EBT is not for illegals. I don't think you can get aid if you're a legal
You
guy.
cannot.
You can't get aid. You can't get aid at illegal. Y'all, man, dog, man. The rich people about to have $1 trillion, man. One guy has $1 trillion. And we're sitting here talking about somebody who gets $250 a month in aid. That's who we mad at. We got dudes who got $1 trillion. I know you all think that the American dream is going to be you one day that has $1 trillion, but it's not. It's not going to happen for you, bro. And you are right, Ryan H. But they, for some reason, they think it's all brown and black people, man. But that's what they want to believe, man. They think that they're hurting just Democrats when the red states are taking more aid than anything. But just because it's red states, I still care. I don't care, man. I don't care who it is. Nobody kids should go hungry. I don't care if you voted for this shit or not. This shouldn't be something that's happening. We don't want to see people from any side, any state suffering. But we got Trump, he's pushing to hurt people because they're from a state that didn't vote for him. I mean, he's openly saying these things, openly making moves to make sure that he hurts people that didn't vote for him, that are blue. And I agree with you. The rich, they're not paying their fair share, man. That's why they're getting so rich right now. If you look at the income of the rich compared to the income of the middle class and how the middle class have stagnated, and these people are taking all the money, man. I mean, we have these billionaires, 500, 600 billion. We've never heard of things like this. And we're gonna sit here and fight each other over $250 in aid.
Right.
We're gonna down people who go and buy a couple Oreos with their aid, while one guy almost have $1 trillion to himself. We're sitting here listening to him as he's pushing things to us. I'm talking about Elon. He's telling you what to do. He got his platforms pushing you what to do.
Right.
While this man almost has $1 trillion. And they got people that are working for him, that are pushing for him to have $1 trillion because he wants to be the first person to break that. And we're not looking at that like, what? All of us poor people that's struggling to pay rent. And this guy here has $1 trillion by himself, not doing anything to help anybody. Have you heard of anything that Elon Musk builds for the poor? Have you heard of anything that Elon gives to the people who are less fortunate? He's trying to make sure that he has all the money in his pocket. I don't give a fuck if he works. So it's a certain point, man, where we're gonna sit here and watch the rich have everything, and y'all gonna sit here and keep making excuses. Talk, well, he worked for it, and you don't see what's going on, man. You don't see that our wages have not moved, and these rich people just keep getting richer and richer and richer. They won't pay us anything, but their dollars and the CEOs keep making so much money, man. And us normal people are fighting each other. Republicans calling people names and everybody fighting. Why these people put all the money in their pockets? What do we got? We got Trump and his boys. You know how much money they've made since he's been in office?
Over $800 million.
$800 million these boys they made in cryptocurrency. That's one of the things that we can count for sure that we know. And $800 million these boys then bankrolled. Dog, Paul, I mean, if y'all, man, dude, I don't know why y'all suck the balls of these rich people like this, man.
Because they want to be rich.
If
like
the
them
times that y'all are always talking to y'all about, y'all want to go back to the good old days of the 50s and 60s. Look how they used to tax the rich back then. Look how they taxed them. Look how the reason why we had clean streets and the reason why we had so many government programs that was working well. Because we taxed the fuck out of them. Right now, we're not doing any of that. They are getting taxed about the same as the middle class.
Right.
I mean, I say this all the time. The Democratic Party, they need to become the party of the workers, because Republicans, they are just straight up for the rich. And they're not hiding it. They just get all the money you can. Just pile it up. $2 trillion. Even though you see all these people are poor and you're mad at people on aid. This guy got $2 trillion because he don't want to pay any fucking taxes. Yeah. It's garbage. It's garbage, man. I don't care what you say. I don't care. Call it jealousy. Call it whatever the fuck you want. But the country is falling apart while these guys rake in all the fucking money. Mm-hmm. Look at how we tax motherfuckers back in the day when shit was good. Look at that. Because I'll tell you one thing, that what they tax motherfuckers over $1 million, y'all, you people who love to fight for the rich, when the rich wouldn't even piss on you if you was on fire. You love to fight for these motherfuckers who straight up would take a shit on you if they had a chance. They don't give a fuck about you. But you keep fighting for them, man. You keep fighting. Y'all love to talk about Nancy Pelosi and how much money she got, but you don't give a fuck about nobody else. Like it's all about politics for everything for y'all. You're not going to talk about the rich motherfuckers who making all this motherfucking money that's from the Republican Party, and all them motherfuckers voted against not having insider trade information. But hey, man, whatever you want to do. We'll keep following this story, man, here on Habari Live. The phrase weaponizing hunger shouldn't exist in democracy, man. But here we are. We got a destructive president who doesn't care about anybody or anyone.
Stay informed, stay vocal, and most importantly, we need you guys to stay compassionate, because the fight for fairness doesn't just stop at the ballot box. It starts at the dinner table.
Yeah, man. I don't get it, man. Yeah, Pelosi is an insider trader, but hey, that they just passed a bill to make sure that insider trading stays legal, and it was pushed by Republicans.
Even though there was a bill to say let's stop insider trading.
Right. They didn't want to stop that. They didn't want that. Even though they love to blame Pelosi and talk about, oh, she's the biggest. No, we got other people. Angus King. We got all type people, man, who's making all type money.
Who said it wasn't fair.
And said it wasn't fair. And all type, and every Republican voted against it. So whatever you want to say, they voted against it. But we appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the comments. We appreciate everyone staying with us through this hour. We will be back on Saturday morning for a 2-hour broadcast talking about the rest of the news for the week. and everything that's going on. Please hit the subscribe button. We appreciate everybody that takes the time, and we love everybody that comes through and talks to us. Just hit that share button, and make sure to hit subscribe for us. You have a great rest of y'all night, man, and peace out.
Holla, holla.